What up, YouTube? It's your boy Open Mind. Back again with some more questions. And I must say, after I did my first video speaking about the type of men that this man attracts, I dove a little deeper into the community, his community. And I found that y'all just don't ask the right questions when people are talking to you. And some of the people who try to engage y'all live on air, because when I say this, I say, y'all, I'm not speaking on the Kevin Samuels live streams. I'm speaking on everybody who supports him. So this will be maybe part 2 of my little video. I didn't intend to make this a series, but after diving deeper into the rabbit hole that is Kevin Samuels, it's the other videos of validation that, if you read the comment section and you listen to the video itself, the people talking, whoever they got on the phone where they arguing back and forth, I've noticed that even the people who challenge y'all get so flustered because either one, y'all not letting them talk, or 2, you attack them and they find themselves defending themselves rather than getting their points across, because they try to make good points and they probably have good points, but they just under attack. And when you're under attack, it's hard to focus. It's hard to focus on coherent statements and thoughts when people are attacking you for your statements and thoughts. So if you was calm and cool before you even spoke on somebody's live stream to challenge their rhetoric that agrees with Kevin Samuels, you end up getting into heated exchanges where what you would have said in a calm state of mind, you can't say in a heightened state of mind, where you just, everybody, the back of everybody's hair on everybody's neck standing up. You heated, you frustrated, you flustered, and you on the defense. And you're defending your points with anger and emotion. I understand it. I'm not at all picking on any of y'all who come on these platforms and try to really challenge this mentality. It's just that sometimes, well, not sometimes, all the time, we're human. And your human instincts is survival. You are under attack, so you're fighting back. Somebody swing on you, punch you in the face, and they run, right? And you chasing after them to try to hit them back or get them back. And that's what's happening verbally in these conversations. People come on these platforms and get punched in the mouth, and then that person runs. Verbally speaking, figuratively speaking. Just hear me out and picture what I'm saying. Somebody hit you in your face physically and then run into a crowd, like what Jake Paul did to Mayweather. If y'all saw the clip, Jake Paul took Mayweather's hat and ran, and Mayweather had to chase him down. He got a couple of licks in, but it was a crowd of people. And then at the end of the video, Mayweather was all flustered and mad. I'll kill that motherfucker, right? That was his human emotion, survival, like, nah, this dude just took my hat and disrespected me. So whatever coherent points Mayweather was trying to make to promote the fight between him and Logan Paul, his brother Jake Paul comes in and just creates a situation where he can't get coherent thought. He's just out for blood now because you attacked me. Same thing with the people who come on live streams, and I'm not speaking names because I've been going down the rabbit hole. If you just type in anything keyword Kevin Samuels related, you will find at least 50, and I say 50 different YouTube channels. 50. That's just minimum if you continue to scroll, because I stopped scrolling at 50. It was probably more if I kept going down, but it's just the fact that I counted. I was just scrolling, like just moving my finger, throwing the screen up and down, scrolling, let it just move like a slot machine. And I counted 50 different YouTube channels in validation of him. I probably listened to about 7 or 8 of those 50 because, you know, they long. They're hour long, 2 hours long. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop and go, come back and listen. You know what I'm saying? I only had but of the 7 or 8 that I listened to, I noticed this trend. So I'm going to go ahead and assume it's the same for the other 42, 43 channels I didn't watch and the ones I didn't see that was not even in the 50. That when people come on these channels to challenge y'all, for one, they're not asking the right questions, and two, the question that they're asking are kind of like gotcha questions, but to me they're just not. They're not getting y'all arrogant, narcissistic dudes to just see the bullshit in this whole fucking rhetoric. Now I spoke for all these minutes to say this. This is about high value men having the right to cheat based off of Kevin Samuels' fucking list of whatever the fuck bullshit that makes you high value. I'm not going down the list because it's all bullshit. It's all superficial, materialistic bullshit anyway. Shit that you can't take with you after you die. It's just your time here on earth. You accumulate this amount, these tangible materialistic things, so therefore you're high value, whatever the fuck bullshit, minded shit. If high value men can cheat, who are they cheating with? Y'all not asking the right questions. This is how you debunk stupidity and bullshit, right? So before we answer the question, let's go back to the low value, high value conversation portion where whether or not you meet this criteria. The women that call in to this man's show, he says these things to them pertaining to men being high value. The women that call in asking for ratings and you know, he just gives them the brutal honest truth, his truth about the rating that you a 10, you a 9, you a 5, you a 6, whatever the fuck, right? Nobody's a 10, really. They strong 9s, but nobody gets a 10, right? Based off of the rhetoric and the mindset that this shit is as a whole, we deem these women to be low value women, or women that'll never get married, women that don't deserve a high value man, or women that can't attract a high value man. Here's the contradiction and the hypocrisy, and I hope y'all see it and don't just ignore it because you don't want to see it. Because you know how you show somebody some shit and they act like they don't see it? They just misunderstand you on purpose. They understand you, but they don't want you to know that they understand you, because then they gotta actually deal with that shit. When you catch a motherfucker red-handed, if they happen to get away and you see them again, it's your word against theirs. They ain't gonna take accountability. You ain't catch me, I got away. You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna own up to what you just showed them that's evident that what they did is wrong, or what they saying is stupid, or whatever the fuck, right? So if women fit a certain criteria where they're undeserving of a high value man, who's the high value man cheating with? Is he cheating with high value women? And if a high value woman would cheat with a man who has a woman, what does that make her? How does that affect her value? You see the circle loop bullshit that y'all men have gotten yourselves into as y'all try to get the gotcha questions on the females who call in y'all show and point out y'all discrepancies. Excuse me. The dudes that call in y'all show and point out y'all discrepancies, and you call them simps. You call them Captain Saver hoes. You call them white knights. You caping for these hoes. That's what y'all say to them. Even though that's not what these men are doing, they just simply pointing out your bullshit, your discrepancy, hypocrisy, and contradictions in the shit you're saying. But as they do that, your rebuttal to them is, you're a simp, You was raised by a single mom. You caping for these hoes, and you a Captain Save-A-Hoe. That is the rebuttal response to a gotcha question to the rhetoric motherfuckers who support Kevin Samuels' mindset. I don't have to ask Kevin Samuels these questions because he's an expert at dodging questions. He's very intelligent when it comes to conversation. He's very patient when it comes to conversations. We are two traits that can help you win an argument even if you're losing an argument. Talk to any lawyer. Talk to anybody that's a lawyer. You can win an argument and lose an argument at the same time. You could be losing an argument with your responses, but you can win with patience and just choice of words. Not that your choice of words actually win the argument, but you win the crowd and you win the room. It's not about winning the argument sometimes. It's about winning over the people. Because if right was always right, then wrong wouldn't be in charge. If that makes any sense to people that got some sense. And I'm not going to repeat that statement. Play back the video. But let's go back to the who high value men are, air quote, allowed to cheat with. If a high value man would never even look in the direction of a low value woman or a woman undeserving of his time because he's high value, then who's he cheating with? If he's allowed to cheat on his woman because he's high value, what caliber or value of woman is he cheating with if he's even cheating with a woman? I would hope so. I would hope he's not DL. Because here's a gotcha question that I want you niggas to answer. Because you cannot have it both ways. Women can't both be high and low value at the same time. If Kevin Samuels say, if you don't have these credentials right here, you're not high value. And if you don't have these credentials, you're low value or whatever. Maybe he's, might be his exact words, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. If that's the case, if we're gonna humor and entertain the bullshit rhetoric that you motherfuckers are spewing, I want you niggas, so-called intelligent black men, to explain to me the Captain Save-A-Hoe, the simp, the nigga who was raised by a single mom, and all that bullshit y'all niggas say, which is all false, but I'm gonna let you niggas be great. Go off, right? Go off on me. I want you to go off because all you doing is reaching. Y'all don't know me. You just don't like what I'm saying, and you don't like the fact that I have a very valid fucking question, whether it was a previous video or this video. Who is the high value man cheating with? What caliber of woman is she? She cannot be high value because a high value woman would not lower herself to be the second woman to a high value man if she herself is a high value woman. So inevitably, he's cheating on his woman with low value women who we've already, but y'all have already made it clear that a low value woman cannot attract a high value man. He's not even looking in her direction, according to y'all. Y'all live in a fucking loop, and y'all don't understand that you live in a fucking loop. But I'm gonna help you see the loop that you're living in. That you're thinking, your mindset is a loop. It's like the little TV show on Netflix, dude get up and die every day. He keeps looping. Every day he wake up and die every day. He just die and wake up. Keep coming back to looping back and forth. The woman is low value. She can't attract a high value man. A high value man is allowed to cheat on his woman, but the woman he cheating with are low value women because high value women are not gonna cheat with a high value man. If she's high value, according to y'all, that means she knows her worth, and she's not gonna play second to no woman. She's not gonna aid in the cheating of a man and destroying his relationship. Yeah, I love my wife, but I want some pussy, bitch. Because that's basically how that goes. The high value man has no intention on leaving his woman, his high value woman. He's not leaving her. He's just going in the street to play around because he's deserving of it. So if he does it, You're telling me that the women he's fucking on the side, his side chicks, are high value women? How, if they're cheating on a man who's knowingly married, he made it clear that he's married to this high value side chick, and she accepts it and still gives him some pussy? She's not a high value chick if she accepts it. According to y'all. Not to me, not my opinion. Y'all said that shit. Y'all said the bitch was low value. Y'all said that women who play side and second are low value, and y'all said that shit about those women who call in. So, but what type of woman is cheating with a high value man? What fucking category does she fall in? I'd like to know. I'd like to know how you niggas can make sense of this shit. Y'all want all of us men to join y'all stupid ass fucking movement that you're doing. It's an online movement, because I'm gonna tell you niggas some real truth. Occasionally in public, I ask the general public in real life, have y'all ever heard of Kevin Samuels? Who? Kevin who? I can't tell you how many motherfuckers in real life have never heard of this motherfucker, but only if you live in Atlanta, I guess, because he only famous in Atlanta. Don't nobody else outside of Atlanta know who the fuck he is in the real world. So I'm trying to figure out if his online following is even real. I think he only really has 150, not 150, maybe 2,000, 3,000 people watching him live in total. Because a lot of people who I run into, who I've decided to ask this question, you ever heard of Kevin Samuels? They don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. They look at me stupid. But y'all go be great. Y'all go off. And y'all answer me that question. Who is a high value man cheating with? If the answer to the question is another high value woman, then how does that make sense? How is she a high value woman if she allows herself to be somebody's side chick? Because y'all already said that if she's a side chick, she's not a high value woman. So who is the high value man cheating with? And the only inevitable answer is only two options. According to y'all, y'all the ones narrowed this shit down to high and low. There ain't no in between. Y'all said that shit, not me. Cause I listened to your little rabbit hole videos. I done seen you motherfuckers, not mentioning names. I honestly couldn't tell you whose channel I was watching. I was just clicking on the video thumbnail. I can't tell you the name of the YouTube channel I was watching. I on purpose did not keep a mental note as to whose channel I'm watching this video on, the name of the person that's talking. I'm just listening to voices talk. Male voices, whining man baby ass motherfuckers who trying to make sense and trying to push this shit on, and usually they talking to a female, but they not talking to her, they talking down at her. They got her on the live stream, or they in a chat room. You know, they gonna either be by themselves on the video, or they gonna have a chick on there who don't agree with them, but don't let her get a fucking word in. And attack her personal life instead of stay on topic and stay on subject. Y'all can't stay on topic. You have to do personal attacks. Somebody asking you some serious gotcha questions, like a lawyer does. Not that I'm a lawyer, but this is what they do. They ask you gotcha questions, and instead of answering the question, your rebuttal is, oh, you one of them motherfuckers. Oh, you one of these type of motherfuckers. Oh, you one of these, or you one of them. You get to pointing out the shit that you observe instead of answering the fucking question that was asked of you. Somebody type a comment in the comment section after about three long lines. Oh, you long-winded. I'm not reading all that shit. You know, y'all just run. You punch people in the face and run. That's what you do. Hit a motherfucker and run. You don't stand there and face the shit that you started. You start some shit and then you fucking run. In this case, online, it would be verbally because you can't physically run. But the scenario is the same. You come in somebody's comment section, they ask you a very legitimate fucking question that has legitimacy to it. You don't have an answer, so your reply is one of many replies. You was raised by a single mom, you're a simp, you caping for these hoes, you're a Captain Save a Hoe. And that's not the only ones. Those are just the 4 typical ones. The 4 typical responses. And if it's a female saying it, she's a single mom, she's fat, she's probably a 6. She probably got baby daddy issues. Her baby daddy probably locked up in jail. The 4 typical responses to a female who brings you legitimate fucking questions. But I got a legitimate question for you niggas. Who is the high value man cheating with? What is she? What value category, high or low, does that woman fall in? And I need you to give me some educated explanation for that shit, that women who may read your comment can understand the logic behind it. Make it make sense, because you niggas don't make no fucking sense. I'm not siding with the ladies or the men. I'm siding with reason. I'm siding with what makes sense. This shit don't make no fucking sense. Y'all talking in fucking circles. And whether you want to admit it or not, it is what the fuck it is. You niggas talking in fucking circles. And you making a lot of us men look really fucked up. Because some of these women think all of us think like that. And all of us don't think like you illiterate, stupid motherfuckers. Just because a nigga got a suit on, he must be validated or what the fuck he's saying. Nigga, all nigga gotta do is put a suit on and put a camera in his face. You niggas feel like what he got to say is validation. Because he wearing a goddamn suit. Get the fuck out of here. It's your boy Open Mind, dropping more truth bombs. But this is not a truth bomb. This is a question. A question that I'm sure ladies who may have come across this video is probably asking. Ladies, matter of fact, ladies, I'm gonna get y'all on my side. Since I'm such a simp, Captain Save a Hoe, caping for these hoes, you know what that's what they call me, ladies, right? So let's give them what they want. Ladies, share this video to every man that you hear talking this shit to him and make him answer the question for you. Since I'm such a goddamn simp, according to these motherfuckers, all I'm doing is pointing out some discrepancies in their bullshit. Doesn't make me a simp, but let me just be a simp for 1 second. Ladies, share the video to every nigga you hear talking this bullshit and make him give you a fucking answer. And if his response is whatever, I ain't got the time for this shit, or any type of evasive maneuver, there's your answer right there. That nigga full of shit. Get as far away from him as possible, because if he cannot give you an answer to who exactly do high value men cheat on, that's the question. 2 possible answers that you might get. Other high value women, no, sir, you can't say that, because you just said that a low value woman would be a side chick. So it can't be a high value woman. Well, then she cheating with these hoes. Well, if he cheating with these hoes, then I thought you said these hoes can't attract a high value man. So which one is it? Ladies, I want you to make these niggas make sense. Because I'm a man who disagrees vehemently with all of this bullshit. Not because it's putting me in my feelings, but because I can't believe that people are this fucking stupid that they cannot see the bullshit. And it's your boy Open Mind, dropping truth bombs. Creator bless y'all. Get money. Deuces.